see right now, it is snowing here in Ohio. Lovely. It's 20 degrees outside, and this is unfortunate because I don't have a grill. But what I do have is a 2-inch thick ribeye steak, and I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm going to show you how to cook this perfect steak as if it were cooked on a grill right now. So we're going to go into the kitchen, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this in minimal time with minimal space. Okay, now that we're back inside, I have about a 2-inch thick, if not an 1.5-inch thick cut boneless ribeye steak. It's certified Angus beef. What you want to do is let the steak get to room temperature, and I seasoned it up already. I don't want to bore you with the seasoning, but I have 4 kinds of seasonings here. I used is smoked salt, like a cherry wood smoked salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and a steak seasoning. You can use whatever seasonings you want. Now, the most important thing when you're reverse searing is to get the internal temperature of the steak to about 120 degrees. So I have the oven set for about 250 degrees right now. What we're going to do is we're going to place the steak on a pan that is just lightly drizzled with a little bit of oil. You can use whatever oil you want, vegetable oil, canola oil. You're going to place the steak on the pan, okay? And then you're just going to gently put it in the oven, and we're going to wait probably about an hour. And when this steak is 120 degrees, we're going to pull it out, and we're going to give it a sear until it's up to about 130 to 135 degrees. And I said it would take about an hour in the oven. Actually, it takes about 35 to 40 minutes depending on the thickness of the steak, but it's very important to monitor the temperature on the inside. Just when the temperature reaches 120 degrees, then you can go ahead and pull it from the oven and begin searing. Okay, now that the oven is preheated to 250 degrees, I'm going to put the ribeye steak into the oven for probably about an hour, and again, until the internal temperature of the steak reaches about 120 degrees. I might pull it when it's about 115. We're going to sear it on either side, hopefully for an internal temperature of 130 to 135 degrees, because I like my steaks medium rare, and then we're going to dig in. So until then, we're going to drink, but into the oven she goes. And I'll see you in about an hour. Oh no. Oh no. He's going for it. He's going for the high pour. Oh! I almost forgot, we oiled the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and put some pieces of butter on top of the steak, just so it melts right in for some nice flavor. Because we got some garlic powder up in there. A little bit of butter can't hurt. Now if you're broiling a steak, never use butter because you'll catch the steak on fire. I've done that. But, yeah, that's the last thing. And now we drink and wait. As you can see, we got a little bit more snow in the meantime. You know, Ohio is just relentless with this shit. But, you know, it doesn't stop us from doing steaks. Alright, look at this beauty. It was actually in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes, and you can see all this blood seeping out. Now this is great, that's exactly what we want. The internal temperature right now is about 127 degrees, a little bit higher than I said earlier, but we're going to do a quick sear on either side, so that's okay. That's okay. Listen to that. Listen to that crackling, that's what you want. Just a little bit of oil, okay? Go ahead and spin it around. Make sure you press down so you get a good even sear on the steak. You don't want any part of the steak to be a little bit non-seared. You know, you want that nice even coating. So we're gonna let this sit for about 45 seconds to a minute. Go ahead and flip it over, and then let it rest, and we'll go ahead and carve it. Another 45 seconds on this side. Let it rest. Patience is a virtue. You want to let it rest about, I don't know, 5 minutes, 7 minutes after you're done cooking it. When you're reverse searing, it's not so important that you let it rest, but I think it is always important to let it chill out and let it cool off. Oh, look at that. What a crust. Oh, I love it. Woo! And of course, you want to take care of your edges. Render that fat the best we can. I'm going to go ahead and roll it around here. Make sure all sides are touching that high heat. Kelly just dropped the camera on the ground. You just dropped the camera. You're lucky it still works. But anyway, look at that. We'll let her rest. You're fired. Okay, I like nice thick slices. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, I washed my hands. Oh, that's great. Oh, that is beautiful. It is gonna be so tender. I cannot wait to taste this. Look at that side. Oh, that's nice. Especially this guy right up top here. That is gonna be your most tender piece. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, just wait for it. We got the steak drop, then knife drop. Steak drop, bang. Knife drop! Oh my god. That is amazing. Wait for it. Fantastic. Steak drop! And I got drunk. Oh, we're closing the video. Like and subscribe for more Untch for Lunch videos.